well. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown on him, man. Then we'll get into the show. All right, he founded Simcall Petroleum Limited Company in 2010. Simcall is a regional fuel. This is what Wikipedia says now. Is a regional fuel supplier headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, specializing in the supply and distribution of low sulfur diesel and various grades of gasoline products. He has worked alongside Academy winner Spike Lee to executive produce the 2020 film Son of the South. He opened Simon Restaurants in September 2017 in Midtown Atlanta. The restaurant closed in May 20th due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I don't need, with restaurant closing during COVID, it ain't even about just being a bad businessman. It's just about, it made sense to close restaurants during that time. If you just had a standalone restaurant, unless you had money to throw away and play with. Now, let me tell y'all something. His first wife was Karen English. She was a college professor at the Art Institute of Atlanta. They were married for 20 years, right? His second wife, Marsha Shackelford, was a yoga practitioner and educator. And of course, in the interview, she revealed they broke up the next day after their second anniversary. She claimed the marriage was toxic and felt like she was the only one trying to make it work. Maybe she was. Maybe he just wanted a kid out of it. Then he married Phelan Guobadia, who was on the show with Porsha Williams. And then he married Porsha in 2020. He married Porsha on, was it November 2024? No, it was November 25th, 2022. And she filed for divorce in February of 2024. Now, they had a prenuptial agreement. But even in the prenup, she still gets $40,000 a month for the length of the marriage. They were married for 36 months. So let's do the math on that. 40,000. That's $1.4 million. So she gets $1.4 million and she gets to stay in the house for, I think, 36 months. Yeah, she gets to stay in the house for that time. If she sells the house, he gets 50% of the equity in the house. Now, let's get into this, man. And you're going to hear a woman who is so manipulative. Now, I'm not granting him any leniency on this because when you look at all of his previous wives, they were educators, professors, yoga instructors, the type of woman who you might think might make you a good wife. For your fourth wife to be Porsha Williams, she ran game on you. But let me tell you how manipulative a woman is. Here's what I say in the description of this live stream. I'm going to tell you what I say in the description of this live stream right quick. And this going to put something on your mind. So in the description of this live stream, I say, when a gold digger finds a man of means who is not aware of female nature, she stalks him with the cunning of a leopardess with cubs to feed. Once close enough, she pounces on her unsuspecting victim. Such was the marriage of female leopard Porsha Williams and her male gazelle, Simon Guobadia. Now that may sound like, wait a minute, BOA, she stalked him, she hunted him, she did all that? Yeah, but we're going to let him tell that story. First, let's listen to this older woman to explain why things like this happened in the first place. And listen, if you want to be a part of this live chat, go to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Because right now, we just went what I like to call incognito. All right, so let's check it out, man. Again, salute to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm trying to see what. All right, here we go.
Women have a hard time taking responsibility. We have a hard time being shown ourselves. And I've come to realize that women are very, very prideful. Like, men have egos, but women are very prideful. And the reason why we have a hard time being shown who we are is because the opposite of pride is shame. And we don't want to feel that shame because it is very painful. Wow. But let me tell you something. You have nothing to be shameful about simply because you're imperfect. We are all imperfect. One of the best gifts you can give your husband is when he says, babe, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I see in you. This is where you can improve. This is the adjustments I think that you can make, is to sit back and think about it and then say, you know what, babe, I can see where I could do better in that area.
Now, I want you to think about what she just said, how those conversations need to be had in these relationships. And then, because we're going to hear Simon discuss that later on. So y'all remember that.
Sorry for making you feel that way. I don't want you to feel that way, right? Eat it, because that's going to give you the relationship you're actually fighting for.
All right.
A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential, and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sister see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sister say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to, stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting.
Let me tell y'all something, man. That boy there, he say some things sometimes that are just his opinion. That's fact. The problem with black women is that they're like Porsha Williams. They want you to be able to contribute to their lives. They have a vision of their own lives that they can't sustain on their own, but they want you to come into their lives and fulfill that. You know, you think about it, you meet a woman, man, who she look like she living good, but then when you get to know her, you realize, man, she got bills up over her head. You know what I mean? You wonder why she drank wine every day. We be talking about, man, because she can't find no man. Nope, she drank wine every day because them bills are heavy on her head. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to handle all them bills she got that she done ran up and she done built up. Now, I'm not saying men don't do that, but I'm saying men don't look for a woman to come in and change their lives. Women are looking for someone to change their lives and come and fix their mistakes. They're not willing to be with a man based on where he's going. And we've heard Cheyenne Bryant say that. And she says it a lot. But she ain't got no man and she ain't got no kids. And ain't no man never I don't even know no man that claims her. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have a man that say he was with a woman and find out he lying. He just claimed her. Or you find a man who can say what kind of woman she used to be. Don't nobody even speak up for her. But when we look at a situation like this is what we got to remember. You always have to be aware of being a victim of a woman's greed when she's in need. And you have gathered the fruit from planting seed into the world for your career earlier on. That's why I say when you get to a certain point, dog, when you built yourself up to a certain point, a woman got to show and prove to make me move, dog. I'm talking about she got to show and prove. She has to. There ain't no woman that I'm going to ever sit and be like, you so bad, you so sexy, you so fine that I'm just going to make you mine. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm going to give you a life that you want. Shit. Not me. It don't matter where she from. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying. She can be a virgin, a neurosurgeon, or a broad that's on OnlyFans and like splurging. It don't matter to me. I don't care. I'm not finna do that because I don't know if she respects the work that I put in. And a woman like Porsha Williams don't respect that work. Now, let's get into it.
Lonely. I can't connect with other men. You know, it's like people trying to introduce me, but it's just when it's not the same, it's not the same. So I'm going to do it different this time. I'm going to be alone until I'm whole. And then when I'm whole, then I will, open myself back up so I don't make the same mistake again. When you go through a bad enough breakup, you're like, I don't like nobody. Like, you're like, I don't like nobody. I was sitting there, I was like, do I like women enough? Can I get with a woman? Like, who can come in and fill this void? Like, oh my God, somebody. I have got to be able to sit with someone and feel a part of what I felt with him. But I don't yet. It'll come.
Let me tell y'all something, man. When you hear a woman talking like this, first she says she can't connect with other men. We'll get into the story later about why she can't connect with other men, because their divorce proceeding and the settlement and all of that is ongoing. She ain't trying to connect with other men. She don't need to connect with other men. She need to keep playing the role like she the good wife. So all of these things, she don't want to keep playing that role. She's crying because she's stuck in her mess because Simon is going to fight the prenup. He don't want to give her nothing. He don't want to give her 40 band. He gonna fight it till he can't fight no more. You'll hear him talk about it later, but I'm telling you, he don't want to give her nothing. So she got to stay steady in the boat and act married. People try to introduce her. She can't connect with nobody. Think about what I'm saying. Of course she can't connect with nobody because she can't be in public. She can't kick it. She can't put that work on a man like she want to, because if it get out there that she is already moving on, already trying to be linked up with other people, then it's not going to work in her behalf, because he believes she targeted him for the paper. I'm telling you, brothers. And now she's talking about, can I be with women? And she want to try to blame the man on that. Well, I'm so hurt and I'm so distraught that maybe I should be with a woman. Nope. If it's even a possibility for you to be with a woman, you like girls anyway. Don't put it on the man. I done went too far, man. My bad.
So I'm whole. And then when I'm whole, then I will, open myself back up so I don't make the same mistake again. When you go through a bad enough breakup, you're like, I don't like nobody. Like, you're like, I don't like nobody. I was sitting there, I was like, do I like women enough? Can I get with a woman? Like, who can come in and fill this void? Like, oh my God, somebody. I have got to be able to sit with someone and feel a part of what I felt with him. But I don't yet. It'll come. It'll come. But I'm like, and I think that now that I'm realizing that, because what I've decided is that I'm not going to look for it anymore. So I'm not going to like push myself into dating or anyone or trying to figure out, who do I like? Who could I be around? Because this is probably also part of healing. Me just sitting with this, sitting with being alone, sitting with the loss.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Look at how she keep popping that big ring out. See that big ring? He done bought it. Look at that rock on her finger, man. It look like a mountain. She keep talking with it and putting it out there because she wants to present to the world that she's a hurt, grieving wife, when she's the one who filed for divorce. There are no heartbroken woman who filed for divorce. A woman has to be done with you for her to leave. A woman will not leave you until she is either halfway done with you and halfway attached to another man, or all the way detached from you. Women don't leave if there are still ties that bind. You know what I'm saying? Now, she may come back and play with you a little bit, but once a woman leaves emotionally, she's detached by that point. You understand me? Don't start believing this, man. I'm telling you.
And let myself heal the loss. And I know I'm crying right now, but I feel good every day, each day. I get better each day. I feel stronger. But I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard living lonely when you know you have to live lonely for a while.
Living lonely when you know you have to live lonely for a while. Man, has nothing to do with her healing. Let me tell y'all something, man. Gold diggers don't need to heal. Gold diggers lock into the money. Gold diggers don't care about the love. Gold diggers attached to you enough for you to love them, but a gold digger don't care about the love. Once a gold digger extract the resources that she want, man, a gold digger gonna slide on. You know what I'm saying? And ironically, she slid when that man started dealing with issues. So, he got picked up by ICE and deported. So, now she's here. She's crying like, well, I mean, my husband's gone. He got deported and all of that and all of these crazy things. A woman will talk that talk, man. Let me tell you something. A gold digger who is a wall banger will feel the financial despondence with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Now, all gold diggers will, but a gold digger who's in crunch time like Porsha Williams, she will fill the role of financial dependence with anyone. She don't care who got the bag. If you got the bag, you could get in the bag. You know what I'm saying? You could look. You can if you got the bag, she ready to be bagged. That ain't me just talking about her. I'm talking about all women who are in that position. So in America, you got two choices. You gonna date a woman who ain't got nothing, who gonna be a gold digger, or you gonna date a woman who got everything, and she gonna believe that gives her masculine power. Them the only two women. It's rare that you find a woman who got a good career, get money, and she's still feminine, and she still just submit and just fall back while you run everything. You know what I'm saying? It's rare. It's rare that you meet that woman who y'all together and she make plenty good money, and then all the money still funnel in through you. You still handle the thing. You still maintain the thing. She trusts you with everything, and she follow your lead. It's rare that you find that, brothers. And I'm telling you, when you do find it, you have to understand that that woman is a gem. You know what I'm saying? The type of situation where you with a woman, you've been knowing a woman for 10 years or longer, and y'all ain't never had an argument. She's never even debated you or challenged you on anything. That's that old school femininity. That old school femininity knows that you're not always going to be right, but she trusts that even when you're wrong, even when you make a wrong decision, that you're going to beeline to the remedy and you're going to fix it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And a lot of men out here don't have that, man. So let's get into Simon talking, man. Listen, Simon is going to break this thing down, man, and he's going to tell the truth. And I believe he's finally red pill. You're going to hear him talking. Finally, he's understanding that he's been a mark. He's been a gift to women. He's been a rest haven for hoes. He's starting to understand that. He's understanding that he's been a playground for the purveyors of punani for purchase. You understand me? That's what he's been. But let's listen to Simon, man.
Regret marrying her?
Absolutely. I said to her in one of my text messages to her, because she didn't respond, because I kept asking, why did you file for divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I later figured out this felt like a coup. When I don't know if you're familiar with. I'm familiar. I say it because I'm from Nigeria, and that we were ruled at one point by the military, and so every so often when you want to change leadership, the president, you stage a coup.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side or the father's side, reached out to me. And the only person I actually reached out to was her mom, and she didn't respond. And so I essentially sent her a text message. I said this was a $5 million rehab project that I took on.
A $5 million rehab project that he took on. Why? Here's a woman who ain't half shit. Here's a woman who, she used to be married to Cordell Stewart, who was the quarterback of the black quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day. She's married to Cordell Stewart. Man, Cordell Stewart, when they were done, man, they started saying Cordell Stewart he went to boys. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. A woman like this is just an energy drainer. That's what she is. And so when you hear this man say this, a $5 million rehab project, that means, man, all he did, man, was pour money into her to build her back up. A gold digger can't be built up with feelings. She can't be built up with motivation. She can't be built up with adulation. She can only be built up with money. She needs to show up with paper. She needs to show up with a Bentley. She needs to show up with a mansion. She needs to show up with jewelry. She needs to show up with the finest designers. She needs to show up with $1,000 weave or a $2,000 wig. She needs to show up with all of these things because that's her only value. Her only value is what she can physically present to the world because spiritually, morally, mentally, emotionally, she's a black hole. There's no substance within her. All of her substance is outside of her. And he's finding this out. But let's keep going listening to Simon, man.
She never shared her concerns or issues with me before filing for divorce. If you're married, I've been married quite a bit. I think I understand a little bit about the dynamics of, I should understand a little bit about the dynamics of a relationship. You discuss issues and say, hey, if this does not change or something does not happen, this is what might come of it.
Mhm.
When you think about that, I said that earlier. That older lady said that these discussions need to take place. How you just blindside a man with a divorce? It's supposed to sound like this. Hey, look, if this right here don't change, hey, it's gonna be a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a minute. This gonna have to be different, man. And so this why I tell y'all, man, these broad that look like this, these guys be talking about, man, she was so bad, she was so bad. Dog, let me tell you something. Here's two things I'm gonna tell you about a bad chick. She got the same thing between her legs as an average chick. And it probably ain't as good. She got less between her head than the average chick. And she probably been in more beds than the average chick. We keep thinking about looking at women for their physical beauty, and all you get out of a woman's physical beauty is a playtime. Now, if that playtime turn into a stay time, I don't know. Most times it don't. Most of my playtimes in my life have not turned into a stay time, dog. And I want y'all to understand that you cannot get caught up in a woman's beauty. But this is not even it. He didn't get caught up in her beauty. Let's watch the manipulative tactic that she used when I told y'all earlier, a gold digger will stalk her prey. A gold digger is constantly just stalking like man, if you watch a wildlife documentary, man, you'll just see the lions, man. They just walking around stalking. Or you'll see the leopard, or especially the cheetah. They're just walking around, man. They just walking around stalking, man. They see an animal, they start moving with stealth. They're just trying to get close enough to pounce. Well, with a human woman, she don't get close enough with her feet. She get close enough with her words. But let's keep listening.
I had those discussions, and I'm happy to share with you text messages where I was essentially blindsided by the divorce filing.
I was actually going to ask you if this was something that you saw coming, if conversations had been had prior. What do you think what do you think Portia's reason was to file for divorce?
I think I was targeted.
When a man
In
says,
what way?
I
when
was
a,
targeted.
when a man says, I think I was targeted, he's saying that the woman saw him, she already knew who he was, did her research on him, knew about him, and then said, okay, I got me one. Y'all peep game.
From day one for financial reasons. When I filed for divorce from my previous, ex-wife, she was in my DM praying for me. And I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what my boy GMB just said, man. Y'all look at this. She was a bottle girl at the strip club in Birmingham. I know a couple chicks that work with her. Now, think about this. He didn't know her. So here's this bottle girl who used to work at the strip club. And let me tell you something, bro. Bottle girls, the only difference between bottle girls and strippers, man, bottle girls don't take their clothes off and dance on stage. So bottle girls, they get it popping too, man. So I want y'all to understand something. Here's this bottle girl, and all he's seeing is a beautiful woman that's in his DM praying for him. Oh, man, look at this bad in my DM. And he probably knew who she was a little bit. Because, I mean, if not, he could research her. Find out who she is. And she had a following already. She had a following for a while now. I want y'all to understand something. If a woman in your DM praying for you, and when you go to her page, dog, If she ain't an evangelist, at least, I don't want no woman praying. I don't want no evangelist praying for me either. But if she ain't on her page, man, and she all about the spirit and all about living a life that's pleasing to God, man, and she ain't on something like that, man, that's your first red flag. But at that point, he got blinded by the beauty. See, when you get caught up on a beauty, it'll make you forget about the things that you saw. You know what I mean? The things that you comprehend, they have to go through your eyes into your brain and get processed. If you look at her booty and beauty at the same time you look at her principles and precepts, you got a split-second decision to make. Man, she bad, but I ain't gonna mess with her. Oh man, yeah, she bad, but I'm just gonna play with her. Ah, she's beautiful. She's praying for me. She's concerned about me. Look at her. People love her. Look at all these likes and all these comments she got on her pictures. Man, look at that picture right there, man. She ain't barely got that on. Oh, man, look at them nipples popping out. Boy, wait a minute, man. Is that a moose knuckle I see? Oh, man, look at her, man. Boy, look at her in that body dress right there. Wait a minute, is that her at the party twerking? Oh, man, look at that thing bounce. Thank you for praying for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, my time of need, I need somebody right now. Once you tell a woman that's stalking you that you are in need of anything she's offering, she pounces. Because that's you letting her know you don't have anyone, that you feel alone. Man, let me tell you something. A lonely man is a gold digger's favorite plan, dog. I'm telling you. So when you like that, that's why you fall back, man, and rely on yourself and rely on the Most High. You don't deal with a woman while you're emotionally distraught. I'm telling you, do not deal with a woman while you're emotionally distraught. I'm talking about don't even play. Give yourself time to get the stench of the previous Jezebel off of you. Because Jezebels, man, they love playing after one another. That's why a woman will sleep with her homegirl husband and then her and her homegirl husband be together before the ink dry on the divorce. I'm telling y'all, dog, you got to watch the Jezebel spirit and keep it from locking into you, brothers.
And I entertained it. And so it just kind of snowballed from there. Getting engaged in 30 days, I mean, who does that?
A simp. That's who does it. A simp gets engaged in 30 days. She comforted him after the divorce. They got engaged in 30 days. You were vulnerable, bro. Let me tell y'all something. A simp is just a man who's emotionally vulnerable. He understands female nature. He understands what women are about, but he's emotionally vulnerable. He's telling himself that the greatest thing that could ever happen to him is for a woman to love him. He just want to be able to say, I love you, baby, my pretty little baby. There's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. That's all he wants. In his mind, that's all he needs. So you got to think about this. If a woman is willing to even be with you in that state, she's only with you to take advantage of you. A real woman who's concerned about herself, she's afraid to be with a man who just went through that type of emotional turmoil. Why? Because women know what it does to them. A woman don't want that. A woman don't want you to come and be leeching off her energy trying to get yourself back together. But a Jezebel ain't coming to let you leech off her energy. She coming to take whatever else you got left, bruh. And so gold digger is synonymous with Jezebel. They damn near the same thing. Now, you got some Jezebels who ain't gold diggers, but all gold diggers are Jezebels. I can promise you that. Peep game.
I was out of my goddamn mind
Yep.
to have done that. And of course, I'm paying dearly for it.
Wow. That brings me to my next topic. There was some reports stating that the judge overseeing your divorce case has upheld the prenup that you guys signed before entering marriage. Are you able to share a little bit about what those terms are or look like?
That you receive $40,000 a month in alimony for the length of the marriage, which was 14 months.
Okay, 14 months. Hold up. Let me do the math on that again. I did the math wrong on that, man. My bad. I thought it was 36 months, but she get to stay in the house for 36 months. All right, so we talking 40,000 a month, 14 months. That's still $560,000 that he got to give her. You know what I'm saying? And with all the things that he gave her before, the Bentleys and all of that. And let me tell y'all something, brothers. Just because you have wealth, that doesn't mean you have money to spend on stuff. That means you have assets. You know what I'm saying? The majority of millionaires don't have $1 million cash. You know what I'm saying? Because $1 million cash don't do you no good. It's worthless. All you can do is spend it. All you can do is blow it. If you got $1 million cash and you made up your mind you're not going to invest it, all you can do is blow it.
She gets to stay in the house, all expenses paid, including the mortgage, through for 36 months, up to 36 months. And if she chooses to own the home, she would have to refinance the property in her name and take a 50% equity. She would have to give me 50% equity in the home.
Wow. What I guess what is your reaction to that ruling and that decision?
From a bottle girl to having a man pay you $560,000 over 14 months, and you get to stay in the mansion that he paid for, is his. He got to pay the mortgage on the mansion for 36 months. Then after that, you can refinance it if you need to. She probably won't unless she find another sucker to come in there and live with her. So this is how you see men who lose things, and then the woman is living in the thing with a new man. 50 Cent baby mama tried that. First baby mama tried that. You know what I'm saying? But somebody got mad. She made somebody mad. They burned the mansion down. Somebody got mad. Peep game.
It's basically what I've held from day one about this case when I realized that I was targeted. I've had prenups in previous relationship, and I've honored those prenups without reservation. This time around, I've chosen to challenge in court all the way to the Supreme Court if I have to. This enforcement of the prenup is going to continue to receive legal challenges on the appeal front.
So, like I said, man, he's going to appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court if he has to. And here's the reason he's doing that. He doesn't believe she deserves anything. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you, dog, you must understand that a scallywag is a scallywag no matter what. Now, yeah, I've heard women, of course, say that, well, he was using her for a green card. She stalked that man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you marry an American woman, a benefit of that is getting a green card. But she stalked the man. She sought the man. She wanted the man. And that's just how it is. But let me tell y'all something, man. I know plenty of broke bras, man, who have married dudes from Africa, man. Most time be Nigerians, man. I know plenty of broke bras, man, who married the dude, man. The dude done went on and got with somebody else. You know, not legally married to other person, still legally married. I know dudes right now that's with a woman, don't know she legally married to an African. But when he met her, she doing good. Why? Because the African's still kicking her paper down. So you with this woman who legally married to an African. So basically, in God's eyes, you commit adultery with this man's wife. You don't even know it. Wonder why your life going down here because you're sleeping with somebody's wife. But the woman ain't going to tell you that. She don't want you to know how scandalous and conniving she is. So you got to think about this, man. This is why a woman is not being alone. She's not being alone by choice. She's been alone by force. She said it. I got to be by myself. I got to be alone because I just got to be alone for a while. I don't want to. Yeah, you got to be alone for a while because this man right here in divorce court fighting it. So you got to play the good wife for as long as he fight it. I hope it take 8 years. You understand me? I hope she got to stay in that situation for 8 years because when you're a gold digger, when the bottom fall out, you deserve what you get out of that. But let's finish listening to him, man.
Okay, so you're vowing to appeal this decision for sure.
1000% is going to be appealed.
One of the things that has recently kind of come out is that Portia said she paid child support for your children while you were in ICE
Y'all listen
custody.
to this.
What is your reaction to that?
She sent her two $2,500 payments in 1 month, and that was it.
Now, I want you to think about that. Here's a woman publicly saying, probably in tears, I paid his child support while he was in ICE for 2 months. I took care of his other kids while he was in ICE for 2 months, and he still do me like this. She paid $2,500 twice in 1 month. So a total of $5,000 in 1 month and didn't pay anything else. But got on trying to brag about that, man. Let me tell y'all something, bruh. That's why I keep my gators on a woman's neck. She gonna be too busy doing the next thing to be talking about, well, I did this for him and blah, blah, blah. She gonna be so invested out. I'm not having no woman in my life who can't do shit. I'm telling you, I'm not. If she can't contribute nothing to my life, bruh, I'm not sleeping with her. I'm not creeping with her. I'm not touching her. Man, y'all better get some ism in your life. Now, I know you may say, well, I don't need her money. Man, it ain't about what you need. It's about what she worth. You gonna give her access to a man like you for nothing? Cause she fine? Nigga, she been fine. She been fine her whole life. God gave her that. This shit you got, you work for it. So you gonna let her give you just the gift God gave her that she been playing with her whole life so she can get access to you, the man you work to build up? Come on, man. Y'all know that don't make sense. That's why Simon in the situation he in now. That's why a lot of men out here in the situation they in now. Now let some bro just link in with you for nothing, cause she fine. No, man, she got to kick down. And she got to kick down on the way. If she want to build something with me, bitch got told me she got some bricks or some cement, or she got a truck to take the trash away. She got to have some. She ain't finna just come into my life after I done put everything together and then be a part of it. Man, hell no, I ain't never met a woman that bad. Ever. And you ain't either. If you in that situation, you just lied to yourself like Simon did. There is no reason to do that. It doesn't make sense. It's not beneficial to anyone to do that. We just got to cut it out. See Famo in the building, man.
That didn't even necessarily cover anything. I heard for the first time in court that had happened, and I immediately texted my ex-wife asking her, did she receive any funds from Porsha? She said yes. Porsha reached out to her and offered to give those funds to her. In my opinion, it was not. It wasn't done in good faith. It was done to give a narrative in court or to the public that I paid Simon's um, I paid Simon's child support.
Did Portia have a relationship with this son of yours that she sent his mother money for?
Not particularly. My boys were with were with me for the last 5+ years. They've been with me 1 week on, 1 week off. And quite frankly, my kids don't care who daddy's married to or who daddy's dating. And she never developed any particular relationship with my kids. They came and we all did family things together, but there's not one particular child that she has a personal relationship with.
Do you feel that you have a relationship with her daughter?
Now I want y'all to listen to this part. This is why I tell men, be aware of locking in with single moms. Not that single moms are bad people. They phenomenal instructors, phenomenal teachers, phenomenal traffic cops, phenomenal Starbucks baristas, phenomenal gym attendants, phenomenal daycare workers, phenomenal, well, you name it, phenomenal hairstylists, phenomenal interviewers. Look at her. She's doing a phenomenal interview right here. They're phenomenal in a bunch of ways, but the one way they're not phenomenal is putting you first before they kid by another man. Y'all peep game.
I don't have a relationship with her daughter, simply because I've I, in the past, I found myself where when I separate from any of my exes with children, there's a tendency for them to use their children to get back at me,
Mm.
to come, to try to come back into my life. And Portia is no exception. She sent me a text telling me that um, her daughter misses me, and I didn't respond because there was a concerted effort at some point that she realized she had made a mistake, and wanted to reconcile. At that point, I was done.
Now, here's what I want y'all to understand, brothers. Here's what I really want y'all to know. I want y'all to understand that a woman who has a child, she wants to use that child for one of two ways. Once you're emotionally locked in with that child, she wants to be able to use that child like it's your child, even if y'all break up. Well, like he said, my daughter misses you. He didn't even respond. Another way that a woman with a child will use you after a relationship or try to use the child is she will try to keep you in the situation of responsibility that you were in with the child. You understand? And then when that doesn't happen, she'll paint the image that you're a bad parent, even though it's not your child now. She'll paint the image of you that you're a bad parent, not telling her child, well, especially if mommy messed up like Portia did. Portia filed for divorce. Instead of telling your child, well, mommy didn't think about you. I made the decision that was better for me. And I went on ahead. Now, Simon being in your life, that was contingent on me and Simon being together. You can't believe that Simon is supposed to be a part of your life when we're not together anymore. They won't even tell their kid that. They'll let their kid grow up thinking, planting that seed in their head that you abandoned them, when in actuality, the woman made the decision. And that's why you have to be aware, dog, because women are crafty. Once a woman can wrap her mind around the concept that something is true and is beneficial to her and it's the right thing, and she can't figure out any reason, she ain't gonna figure out a reason. She ain't logical. And she can't figure out a logical reason to challenge what she thinking in her mind, that shit becomes fact. And she tells it to everyone who's willing to listen. And so that's what we're dealing with in this situation. You can't provide and protect for a hood rat. And hood rats come in all shapes and sizes. You understand? But you can't provide and protect for a hood rat. It just doesn't work. And when you find yourself in a situation where you're trying to do that, it's gonna end badly. You're gonna be Simon, or you're gonna be Will Smith, or you're gonna be Russell Wilson, or you're gonna be whatever, bro. I want y'all to think about something. Think about it. You must protect everything that you have built, because a woman who didn't help build it is coming in to steal it. You understand me? When you build it, you got to wield it like a weapon. You don't put it out there like a prize for the broad. So, man, shout out to Simon, man. I mean, he back over there in Nigeria now, man. I hope he's able to lock in over there, and maybe he took some money over there. Let's do a currency exchange thing over here to see if he's only got $1 million left in USD. If he's got $1 million USD, this is what he's sitting on in Nigeria. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. To Nigerian naira. So here's what he's got. If he had $1 million when he got deported to Nigeria, he's got $1.5 billion in Nigerian naira while he's over there. So he good. Just imagine if he had $10 million. If he had $10 million, he good. He's straight. He's a billionaire in Nigeria. Don't worry about it. He all right. He can make some moves over there. But he had his whole thing set up here, man. And I'm telling you, the gold digger energy of woman, there's two kind of gold diggers, man. I'll tell y'all this. There's the financial gold digger, and there's the emotional gold digger. Now, here's what happened with the financial gold digger. We see this. This is Porsha Williams. The emotional gold digger is the one who makes her own money, right? And she just need a man to come in and fill whatever voice she think need to be filled. That's the woman who's okay with you being Mr. Mom. You understand? It's an emotional imbalance for you to be Mr. Mom. It becomes a hormonal struggle within you. When you become Mr. Mom, your estrogen is trying to shoot through the roof. Got to be Mr. Mom. You got to be more caring and sharing and staring and pairing. You got to be all of that to be Mr. Mom. So your testosterone is saying, now, wait a minute now. We still got to slide on this woman. We still got to slide in. So your testosterone and estrogen are battling like that because you spend your days as Mr. Mom, and then you're supposed to spend your life, your nights as the Savage Packer. It don't work, dog. It don't work. And so at the moment you buy the lie that a woman is selling you, bruh, it's over for you. And Simon is an example of that. When you buy her lies, it's over for you. Who we got right here? Dorico Bullard, appreciate the dub, man. Appreciate it. Salute to you. MPI, salute, man. Appreciate you, bro. African men find out the hard way dealing with these Black American women. Bro, they find out the hard way. Listen, man, I want y'all to understand something. As scarred as we may be from being in America, Black women have the same scars. The work we have to put in to be over those scars, they have to put in the same work. The problem is, they can still benefit and live a life that they want if they don't work on those scars and heal those scars. We can't. We got to have a clear mind and be able to focus 100% on our goals and endeavors in order to achieve things. They don't have that. They don't have to do that. You understand me? They can just live however they want to live. And that's just the reality of it, man. I want y'all to understand that. It is what it is, man. Ain't nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect yourself, man. Protect yourself before you wreck yourself, man. Respect yourself before you neglect yourself. You understand me? Don't do it to yourself, dog. That's all I got to say about it, dog. So I just want to come in here and knock that one out, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all in here too long, man. We trying something a little different, man. Everybody be doing these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17-hour live stream, man. We trying to hit y'all with the one hitter quitter, man. 1 hour is enough for us to be in here and talk about a topic. 3 hours, we need 3 topics. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't talking about 3 topics at one time. We're gonna come here, we're gonna hit you with one. But I will come back later, man. There's a topic I want to discuss. There's this young girl, New Orleans. She went to get a tattoo, but she went to the dude's house. The dude was there with his brother, and she says that he tried to SA her. You understand me? And she runs down the story of how it went down and how she put herself in a situation. She went over there by herself, put herself in a situation that she couldn't get out of. She had to be let out of. You understand me? Because in that situation, wasn't then she could do what she was gonna do. She's small. She like 5'1", 5'2", weigh like 125. She's small. She petite. What's she gonna do? This is why you can't provide and protect for hood chicks, because they're gonna always put you in a situation where you got to sacrifice yourself for her. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I ain't sacrificing myself for now one of these bras. At no point. I ain't sacrificing myself for now one of these bras. I refuse to. Because it's a man in prison right now doing 15, 20 years because a hood rat that ran up to them and said, he said this about me. What you gonna do? Go over there and take that man out. And now you're doing 25 years. She set it up so she got 5 years, but you got 25. When she get out, you still got 20 more. Come on, man. Y'all better stop dealing with these low-level, low-quality women. A hood rat should only be able to deal with a YN hood ninja. You understand me? If she's a hood rat, she should be left to those who like hood rats. Don't you fall for that, man. Don't you fall for it. Especially if you're a man that's not in control of your emotion, you know you're going to fall in love. Don't do it, bro. You got to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Respect yourself enough to know your weaknesses. You did? Know your weaknesses, man, and don't challenge them. Don't challenge your weaknesses, man. Don't put yourself in a situation you know you can't recover from. Don't do it to yourself, brothers. All right, man, I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. We're going to slide out here. I saw Famo in here. I saw my boy GMB up in here, man. Saw a couple of the homies came up in here, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. D-Rob was up in the joint, man. Let me see, man. I saw DJ up in here. Who else I saw here? I saw Kendrick Michael up in the joint. Ben Thompson was on deck. Rashard Smith, what up with you, Rashard? Good to see you enjoy, man. T. Whitty, what up with you, man? All right, man, let's get ready to slide out of here, man. Look, we'll be back in here a little bit later on, man, for another show, man. We about to pop up at 4 p.m., man. We're going to knock out some King Ray Ray. So y'all be looking for that, man. 4 p.m. We about to knock out some King Ray Ray, man. Got a dope show on King Ray Ray. Title of the show is You Don't Have to Be a Sinner. Going against God is a choice. Y'all check that out. We're going to slide on out of here, man. Peace.